Hello, I'm going to show you how to open up this Shimano XT thumb shifter. This is the M730 version. However, all of Shimano thumb shifters more or less have the same interior, so you can look at this video and service yours in the same way. The arm right here has a lot of movement, so I would like to open it up and see if I can maybe adjust something inside. For tools, a knife to lift up some of the plates, a 10mm wrench, a 5mm Allen key, possibly a screwdriver with flat head for also lifting, and a Phillips screwdriver. To begin with, we're going to use the 5mm Allen key and we're going to undo this screw. Next, you want to use the small Phillips screwdriver, and on the inside there's a screw, so you poke into it. Next part is removing the plastic cap on the top here. Be very careful when removing this. Broken one before. Using a knife, I've been able to lift it up, going around bit by bit, finally coming off, and there you go. Now we need to remove the bolt that's located in the center, and we're going to turn clockwise. Make sure to remember clockwise. Before removing all the parts, I would put a marking point here, so that way when you put everything back together, it will be in the same place. Same thing on the next part. I put a mark here for this plate. So I've removed some more parts. There's two bearings that are in the inside. And now we're removing this next plate, so that comes off. Here there's another ring. So we're going to take off the ring. And now we're going to be undoing this part here, which is holding the spring down. A slot there, and there's a slot right here. Now what you want to do, using the pod that holds the shifter, the mount, put it back into place, and now you're going to turn it so that the tooth that's inside lines up with the shifter, with this hole. Just a little bit, and then when you're able to do that, you can then use a knife or something sharp to then lift up the plate here that's just behind. So now that it's lined up, this should just pop out, and there you go, done. So now I've removed the top, and we can now take out and the whole part now can just come out. I found the cause of the possible play, and I think it's this copper ring that's right here. It's probably worn out. Right, so I've cleaned and added lithium grease on everything. So the next part is now reassembling everything. Okay, so first thing is to put the last part that we took out back into place. Next, take the pod and put it like so, and then after screw it down. This will help us when we put the spring back in, so that this part stays kind of like in place. Right, the next part is the only fiddly part in the process. Here you have some small teeth, and you want to align that to go into the part that's in here, just there, the tip of my knife. And once you have that in lines, you then after need to get these parts slotted into the right place. Here's smaller and here's bigger. So once you've got mounted this into the spring, see that hole right there? Once you've done that, you twist a little bit, place these teeth into the right place, and then after you're going to move this lever to get these ones into the right place, and then you're done. Push down. So I'm going to see how quick I can do this myself. Dig into the holes. So now I've done the first teeth, I've slotted them in. Next part is putting this in the right place. And 5 minutes later I managed to actually get inside, so that's now all good. Now the last part is putting all the little bits back into place. You got the next one. I put this one here, I had a marking, so put it. So I've put some of the balls inside, the ball bearings. I'm going to add on a little bit of lubricant on top of these. Put a little bit of lube. Plate that allows you to adjust between friction and index. Next we've got this little plate, and here should be the last part. Now you just have the bolt that we're going to be screwing on anti-clockwise. Be careful not to tighten this too much straight away, because like I said before, I've broken it. I accidentally put one of the parts in the wrong place, and so when changing from index to shifting on here, it was not working, but now it looks like everything is working. There's a little slot for the lever on here, so you put that in the right place. Next, the dial. I had put this bolt on to hold it in place, but I'm going to put the screw back on. I put everything back together. It looks like adjusting the bolt inside and the grease helped for the play. Put this in friction on the lever itself. It doesn't look like it moves out anymore. I hope also this video helped you in repairing your thumb shifter.